This video, I'm going to read you a real quick fable about mindsets and lifestyle designs. It's a tale of two people, and I'm going to leave it up to you who you think the wiser person is. This fable comes from this book, The 4-Hour Work Week by Tim Ferriss. Also has a good podcast too. Check it out. I'll put the link of this book in the description below if you want to get this book, affiliate link. Speaking of mindsets, I didn't buy this book full price. This book was $19.95 originally. I got it for $1 at a used bookstore on the clearance, in the clearance section. That's mindset. That's how you want to think. Those little things, those thinking, that kind of decision making will get you closer than you could ever dream of. Somebody told me once upon a time, if you take care of your pennies, the dollars are going to take care of themselves. This is yet but one example. Taking a book, buying it used, not only buying it used, but buying it on clearance for $1. Instead of paying $19.95, I only paid $1. What you do the math on how much I saved on one book. I try not to buy too many books with the libraries out there, and especially I don't buy full price, regular price. So it's all about mindset, and that's what this fable kind of touches upon. So let me read it to you, and I think you're going to find it very interesting. I want you to think how it might apply to your life. All right, so here we go. An American businessman took a vacation to a small coastal Mexican village on doctor's orders. Unable to sleep after an urgent phone call from the office the first morning. Y'all ever had those? He walked out to the pier to clear his head. A small boat with just one fisherman had docked, and inside the boat were several large yellowfin tuna. The American complimented the Mexican on the quality of his fish. "How long did it take you to catch them?" the American asked. "Only a little while," the Mexican replied in surprisingly good English. "Well, why don't you stay out longer and catch more fish?" the American then asked. "I have enough to support my family and give a few to friends," the Mexican said as he unloaded them into a basket. "But what do you do with the rest of your time?" The Mexican looked up and smiled. "I sleep late, fish a little, play with my children, take a siesta with my wife, Julia, and stroll into the village each evening where I sip wine and play guitar with my amigos. I have a full and busy life, senor." The American laughed and stood tall. "Sir, I'm a Harvard MBA and can help you. You should spend more time fishing, and with the proceeds, buy a bigger boat. No time, you could buy several boats with an increased haul. Eventually, you would have a fleet of boats, fishing boats." He continued, "Instead of selling your catch to a middleman, you would sell directly to the consumers, eventually opening up your own cannery. You would control the product, processing, and distribution. You would need to leave this small coastal fishing village, of course, and move to Mexico City, then to Los Angeles, and eventually New York City, where you would run your expanding enterprise with proper management." The Mexican fisherman asked, "But senor, how long will all this take?" To which the American replied, 15, 20 years, 25 tops. "But what then, senor?" The American laughed and said, "That's the best part. When the time is right, you will announce an IPO and sell your company stock to the public and become very rich. You would make millions." "Millions, senor? Then what?" "Then you would retire and move to a small coastal fishing village where you would sleep late, fish a little, play with your kids, take a siesta with your wife, and stroll to the village in the evenings where you could sip your wine and play your guitar with your amigos." Now, think about that. Who's the wiser person? Who has their life designed in the right way that makes them happy? See the two different mindsets? I think that fable does an excellent job of describing what's important in one's life, where the priorities are, and helps you think about, helps you ponder, maybe the life that you really want to leave isn't too far away at all. In fact, you might be doing a lot of those things that you want to be doing in your life. They're already there. You just need to be aware of them. And if you're not already there already, try to find the things that are important to you instead of trying to work for paying bills and things. You try to occupy your time based on what you want your life to be. Lifestyle design. That fable from this book, 4-Hour Workweek, is very powerful. So hopefully you enjoyed this little short video and that powerful fable. Think about your life, how you want to design it, and just like that Mexican fisherman, he's wealthy, a lot more wealthy in a different way than that American businessman.